Well, here we go. Look at that. I moved the camera so we'd be closer. Why didn't I think about that earlier? Someone was like, hey, knucklehead, move the camera. And so there you go. Move the camera so it's a lot closer. How about that? Live television. Hey, you know what? Before we get to Eric Wilson, I just want to give a shout out. I see some people on social media, so I want to give a shout out to Sheila Willis. How about Sheila Willis, man? She's incredible. Sheila Willis, phenomenal supporter. She says, outdoor content is right up my alley. I love my life, boreal forest. She lives up in northern Alberta. A lot of outfitters and trappers in my immediate family understand the experience versus Harvard mindset. That's awesome. You know what else she said? She said she already downloaded the app. She downloaded the app. Sheila Willis, thank you. I want to give a shout out to Crystal Ortega, one of our best supporters, Crystal Ortega. Phenomenal Crystal Ortega. She said to me, I've cried a couple times this morning. Let me know how I can help. I'll do whatever you need. Let me know what I can do to help. I'll do whatever you need. Crystal Ortega. How phenomenal is that, girl? Hey, Crystal, I'll reach out to you later because guess what? I got some things that you can do because you're an amazing woman and you share and you're connected to so many people. Got some other people here. I do think it's important to take a moment just to thank Cindy. Cindy, we love you. Cindy, you're in our hearts. Cindy, we stand with you. And we just always want you to be a part of all this, right? We want you to be a part of all this. Let's see who else we got here. Big shout out to Joel Moyer. Joel, what's up, man? My main man with Dink Ninja. Big shout out to you. Teresa up in Edmonton, Canada. Thank you, Teresa, for checking in with us. Oh, Angel. Angel does good work with her organization. Thank you for your continued support. Angel, we certainly appreciate you. And then Tom Godfrey. Shame is the lowest level of consciousness. The entire mass media is programming designed to make you feel ashamed. And then he said, no more. That's right. That's right, Tom. Thank you very much. Wayne Craig said, it's time. Let's go. It's time. He said, let's go. Mike Richards, best of luck. Thank you, Mike. Appreciate you. So a lot of comments coming in throughout social media. We certainly appreciate it. Don't forget, you go right there. I don't know why I didn't move closer in the first place. It looks so much better. Doesn't it look so much better? So you can come right here. And in a second, Jenna, get him ready because we're going to talk to this guy right here. That's right. The sports arena from all the way down in Florida, weighing 175 pounds, the reigning middleweight champion of the world, Eric Wilson.
Ian, I haven't been 175 pounds since I was 14, man. Cut it out, man.
Now, hold on, man. Hold on. I saw you run a 40-yard dash at the National Scouting Combine last year because you and me and the rest of us are going to be covering the National Scouting Combine this year. We're going to be broadcasting it live. You're going to be there, Sports Arena, Sideline Sports, all of our sports guys, Randy and Chevy, everybody. We're going to be telling the story of incredible young men. But before we get to that and that 40-yard dash, I'm so excited that we're here. Literally a year ago, a little bit over a year ago, we met, right?
Yeah,
we met
almost to the day. Almost, yes.
That's right. Almost to the day we met, and you just touched me. Your authenticity, your sincerity, and all I can say is I'm so happy that here we are, right? I'm so happy that here we are, and that the sports arena is live all over the world. What do you think about that, man? What do you think about that? You're on Roku, Apple TV. You're in 87% of the homes across the United States and Canada. What's your impression on this momentous day, Eric Wilson?
I mean, it's an amazing thing to see the hard work and dedication that not only I, but my whole entire team, from Ray Lynn to Mike Caratanudo to Megan Price to John Shear to Ty Ray, all the work that they have helped me put into this show and this brand, more importantly, to now see it begin to flourish. A huge thank you to everybody at NGBN, yourself, Jenna, everybody else. And Ian, if you could come on the screen for a minute really quick, I just got to say this because I've been watching this since you started this whole thing, and you kept using the phrase giving flowers. Well, man, let me call an audible here and let me give you your flowers, because I have had the privilege to meet you. I've had the privilege to talk to you one-on-one. I've interviewed you and I've heard your story, and I've heard just the passion and just the realness of why you are doing what you do. And so let me give you your flowers to say thank you. Thank you for taking a chance on everybody who's a part of this network. Thank you for turning your vision into a reality, because not only is it needed, not only are we way past the point of this should have been, but it's the fact that, as I heard Brian and others say, it doesn't matter your race, creed, color, gender. It doesn't matter. This is about saving men's lives. And as someone who is in that space of 40, 50, and 60, it's one of those things where our generation and the generations before us were always taught, hey, you get up every morning, you put your big boy pants on, you go to work, you deal with life, and that's just it. No matter what life throws at you, you just deal with it. And as we've gotten older, we've realized that we can only handle what we can handle. So I just am so thankful and I'm grateful to be able to give back to people who look like me and who don't look like me. And as I always say, you can ask anybody on my show, I ain't never a hard man to find. So I echo the same sentiment that you and Brian and Chris and Big Time Show and everybody has said, man. If there is someone in the Sarasota, Bradenton, Tampa area that needs someone to reach out to and talk to, man, I'm a phone call, I'm a 45-minute, 20-minute, 5-minute drive away, because this is what is needed. So thank you to Ian and everybody at NGBN TV for doing this.
That's amazing. Hey, I received that. I accept that. When we met, we hung out at the National Scouting Combine. I was there as a player. You were there as the not only in charge of media, but as a professional journalist and sports broadcaster. We talked about this day, man. We talked about this day, about you being on this network. And then we talked about covering the National Scouting Combine and broadcasting it. And it really is a testament to just sticking with it. Just sticking with it, right? Just sticking with it. For those that don't know your greatness, heavyweight champion of the world. Okay, not heavyweight. Welterweight, middleweight. Like, what is, you didn't like,
listen, I don't know what the class is, but
are you cruiserweight?
You're cruiserweight. I'm above the cruiserweight.
For those that don't know the greatness that is Eric Wilson and the Sports Arena team, tell everybody what they can expect when they tune into the Sports Arena. So,
I mean, this show, around for several years now, really began to flourish during, in 2020. Kind of when the world shut down, we picked the ball up and said, all right, what are we going to do? What are we going to talk about in the world of sports? Because sports had essentially stopped. And, I sat with my team and I'm like, what can we do? And so what we began doing was we began thinking about, well, let's entertain. And that's our main piece. We all got thoughts and opinions in regards to the sports world. There are people right now in Baltimore and Detroit who are crying foul, and there are people in San Fran and Kansas City who are cheering because they're going to Vegas. And it's one of those things where what I do, what my team does, is we just give you our thoughts and opinions. They're unbiased, they're unfiltered. Oh, I can't say that because, first off, Mike Harrison is a Cowboys fan and I'm an Eagles fan. So how the two of us have coexisted for 18 years, I'll never understand. But we do. That's my boy. I will say this: the sports reporter without pay. That is his nickname, Ray Lynn. Probably, in my opinion, one of the best sports debaters out there. As I tell everybody, if you decide to go up against Ray in a conversation, you better have notes. You better have your thesis ready, because he will begin to pick apart everything. Megan Price. I met Megan Price 3 years ago. Let me tell you something. This young woman has elevated herself. You want to talk about the hustle. You want to talk about the grind. Megan Price is one of those rare uncut gems that is flourishing into a diamond. She is just amazing at what she does. And then I got the big guard, Ty Ray, as I call him. He's still celebrating from last night. He's a San Fran guy. How he lives in Carolina, I don't know. But anyhow, he is just he's that young man that's going to continually just dominate at everything he does. And then I got my pit bull, John Shear, which y'all know him as, if you see the Sideline Sports Network, he's there, he's here. John is just the in-your-face kind of guy. He's gonna find a way to say one thing about a particular team, but then when it comes to his teams, he'll find every excuse in the book. And then you've got me. So my job, seriously, I'm the host, I'm the moderator, I'm the executioner, I'm the producer. I just put it all together and allow my platform, now being on your platform, to elevate those people who just have that same energy, that same hustle, and that same drive. Listen, I have been around for a long time, and I live by very simple, mottos or creeds, if you will. And the one that I have, and I have a t-shirt that I wear every time I travel. I wear this t-shirt. I might have to switch it to an NGBN TV t-shirt in the interim, but for the time being, I
think what I heard there was, when do we get our logo wear?
I gotta get my merch, Ian. But when I wear it, it's very simple. It says eat, sleep, hustle, repeat. And that is the formula for success. And that's something that I live by. I get up every day and, I try to elevate myself. I try to elevate those around me. And some days it's not the easiest. Let's keep it 100. This world will basically just rain on you if you don't have that community, if you don't have those people who, when things are moving in the direction that is just the weight is on your shoulder, you don't have someone, or you don't have an outlet, or you don't have people that you can turn to, it is going to hurt you. And being a part of this community, outside of my own inner circle that I have, outside of the mentors in my life, outside of my family, just to have that additional support has been the reason that over the last month and a half, I have been able to say, you know what? There are people who value what I do. There are people who love me. There are people who understand that this is a grind and this is a journey. But now it is my job, it is my responsibility, my obligation to give back and say, each one reach out to one. And so with the sports arena, we're going to be entertaining every Monday night from 10 p.m. till 11. And I might have to go to 11:30. I don't know yet, but we're going to keep it 10 to 11 right now. But we're going to talk sports, and we're going to give you our opinion. Some you're going to like, some you're not going to like. But again, be a part of the conversation, because that's what our show is about. It not only is about entertaining. We're going to bring the madness. We're going to bring the banter. But we're going to give people an outlet to where they can just, for at least that hour, they can take their problems and put them away for a moment, and they can be concentrated and focused on us, because we love to have fun with people.
That's awesome. Eric, when I met you, I realized you were a real and genuine guy. We've had a number of offline conversations, and you're consistent. What you are in public is what you are in private, and vice versa. And that makes for a really, really great man. I can't tell you how excited I am to have the sports arena on the network, but we got a few minutes left. Let's talk quickly about your role with the National Scouting Combine, what that event really is, and then I'll talk a little bit about the coverage that NGBN partnering with you is going to be doing around the National Scouting Combine. So tell the world that doesn't know much about it, the National Scouting Combine, and what it's all about.
Yeah, you know what, Ian? And since this is live TV, let me just go ahead and do this for you real quick. So, National Scouting Combine, here is Jimmy Kibble 13 years ago created something for those athletes in the college world who were not the top 300. Because as we know, the NFL only brings 300 people to the NFL Combine. Well, what does that say to the thousands of other young men who, again, are those unpolished and uncut gems? Who are those undrafted guys? What does it say about them? Where do they get their tools, their resources from? Going into this year, I can honestly say, partnering with NGBN TV and Ian, we have created something that is going to be next level. And what I mean by that is simply this. As the media director of the National Scouting Combine, it is my job to introduce the world to these young men and women who are looking to advance and chase their dream and turn their dream into a reality, much like what this network has done. So My team and I, we interview these young men and women. We talk to them. We give you that inside look. What the National Scouting Combine does is it gives them real-time results. Like Ian said, yes, every year I run a 40, okay? This will be my 6th year of running a 40. I'm still under 6 seconds. That is my goal. I've lost a little bit of weight to try and get there. Yeah, my thing is, Ian, I get my head up too quick. I got to keep it down a little longer. I'm learning from year to year, but
Fast
they're going
arms.
to run the 40.
Fast
Yes.
arms. Fast
Yes.
arms.
That's it. They're going to do the 3-cone drill. They're going to do the broad jump. They're going to do the bench press. We work with a partner called Trazer. Basically, it's like if you take the PS5 and put it on steroids, that is what Trazer does. But it measures a player's mobility, and it gives you an opportunity to look and see, hey, here are the parts that you could personally work on to maybe be a 1/10 of a second faster, to maybe move left or right a little quicker. You know what I mean? And it's just having those tools, having those resources, and then just not giving them to the athletes, but letting the athletes know, here it is. Because Jimmy, Scott, Uncle Jay, Derek, Chad, they understand what the NFL, what these coaches and agents and scouts are looking for. So by coming to the National Scouting Combine, these athletes have the opportunity, again, to get the results and then be able to put themselves in the best position to say, okay, am I ready for the NFL? Because if I'm not, there's the UFL, the mergence of the USFL and the XFL. There's the Canadian Football League. There's the Arena Football League. There's the American Indoor Football Alliance. Well, guess what? Take it one step further. Broaden your horizon. There's the USA bobsled team. There's the USA rugby team. There's WWE. There's NASCAR. There are so many other opportunities for these athletes. But by coming to the National Scouting Combine, you have that opportunity to be a part of something that is going to put you, the individual, in the best position. Oh, and by the way, you get to show that you're not just an athlete, because we all know this whole NIL deals and these brands. What I do, what my team does, is we help you prepare yourself for that on the camera so that you are a total package.
That's amazing. You know, when you go to Roku or Amazon Fire, download that, and soon mobile devices and Apple TV, you can go to the National Scouting Combine channel, and you're going to see Eric's interviews with the athletes prior to the event. You know, I don't mean to be verbose, but I mean, we're doing ESPN stuff here. We're giving the highlight of the athlete before you see the competition. So you can literally go in. We got a couple up now. We're adding more today and the next couple of days. All these interviews of the athletes as you get to know them. They're all Americans, but they might be All-American FCS. They're all Americans, but they may be what? All-American at a smaller school, maybe even NAIA. But as we just saw last night, you can come out of nowhere, Mr. Irrelevant, and you can go somewhere. Fact is, the best receiver of all time didn't go to Power 5 school, old Jerry Rice, right? So these guys are the stars of tomorrow, and Eric's telling their story today. Quick. We're going to be broadcasting 2 hours live from the Combine leading up. You're going to see the 40. You're going to see the bench. You're going to see the drills that he was talking about. And then at the end of the week, in February 18th to the 22nd, we're going to broadcast the All-Star game. What? Yeah, we're a television network. We're not some podcast network. We're not just some streaming thing where you go in and watch those on demand. Nothing wrong with that. We're doing 168 hours of continuous broadcasting. We're broadcasting live sports. And through the expertise of people like Eric, we're going to broadcast the All-Star Game, National Scouting Combine. I think there's at least 5 All-Americans that will be playing in that game and a bunch of other stars. And you're going to see it live right here on NGBN TV because of the great expertise of Eric. He's going to be joined by some of our pros. You're going to talk to AC Cobbs in just a second. Anthony Cobbs and some of our other professionals are going to be involved in the broadcast. We got some exciting things. And as he said, unprecedented coverage from For those that want to know more about the sports arena, Eric, where can they go as we get out of here?
So as always, as I say, you can find us every Monday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. Yes, after Ian does this amazing sneak peek today, tune in tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern. I am on Facebook. I am on Instagram. I am on Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn. I just got my Twitch up and running. I'm broadcasting everywhere, but most importantly, I'm broadcasting on NGBN TV, at Eric Wilson TV for Twitter, for Instagram, also for my LinkedIn. I will put all my handles wherever I need to for y'all to find me. But it is just every Monday night, this is what we do. I'm looking forward, Ian, to seeing you again. Honestly, in probably about 3 weeks.
Yeah, just a couple days, man.
You guys are coming off a high from being in Las Vegas. Congratulations to the Sideline Sports Network again for being in the media radio row and for partnering with NGBN TV. You guys are going to have an amazing time. I'm sorry I can't be there to join you this year, but I will see you, sir, at the National Scouting Combine from February 18th through the 22nd. 4 to 5 amazing days of coverage of getting to meet these athletes, seeing what they do, and then going out there and showcasing their ability at the All-Star game. Huge thanks to Jimmy Kibble and what they do, because to be a part of it, I'm going into my 6th year. Every year for me, it's the best part of my year because I get to go hang out with a group of guys who just love what we do. We get to have a lot of fun. It's some long hours, but we really don't feel it because our goal is to put the best product out there, and that's exactly what we do each and every year.
And you know what? You are the best product. I can't thank you enough. That's Eric Wilson with Sports Arena and National Scouting Combine. Thanks for joining us, Eric. We'll be right back after these commercial messages.
Thank you, Ian.